The moment a woman stops respecting her man, watch what happens to his attraction for her. It doesn't fade slowly, it dies. He didn't change. He evolved into what your disrespect taught him to become.
Women are outperforming men in a sexist, hyperpatriarchal, misogynistic society. Society is rigged for men's success, and they're struggling to keep up with us.
It's not always cheating that drives men out. It's disrespect, constant negativity, emasculinizing him, belittling him, and making him feel like no matter what he does, it's never enough. The moment he realizes peace exists without you, he'll never come back.
When a man finally starts to respect himself, this is what he stops tolerating. Excess is earned, peace is protected, and energy is guarded. And once a man respects himself, he no longer has to announce it. His boundaries speak for themselves.
Modern dating is changing fast, and millions of men are now saying they refuse to tolerate disrespect, manipulation, and one-sided relationships anymore. While some women argue society is still built for male success, others are warning that men are quietly pulling away from relationships where they feel unappreciated, criticized, or emotionally drained. From self-respect and boundaries to attraction dying after disrespect, this viral debate is exposing a massive shift happening between men and women in modern relationships.
The moment a woman stops respecting her man, watch what happens to his attraction for her. It doesn't fade slowly, it dies. And here's what nobody tells you about that. Respect is not optional. It's the foundation. A man can handle almost anything except being disrespected by the woman he's chosen. He stops giving freely because why would he pour into someone who treats him like he's not enough? When she stops seeing his effort and his discipline, when she starts taking shots at his character or questioning his decisions in front of others, that's not ego, that is self-preservation. And then she wonders where his affection went. Where did the romance go? Honey, he didn't change. He evolved into what your disrespect taught him to become. You trained him to protect his energy instead of giving freely. That's not punishment. That is chemistry. When respect dies, attraction dies. Every time. Bring back the admiration, bring back the gratitude, or watch him pull back further.
Everyone's saying men don't have love. They want respect. Everyone deserves respect, and everyone wants love. It's just when you love someone and they disrespect you. Valid, but how about the disrespect of women being ignored or the man not taking initiative or having discipline to begin with? No one wants to have that conversation.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism killed chivalry. Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace. Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have sex until they were married and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
I used to hold the door open for everyone if they were behind me until some woman with blue hair called me sexist for holding the door, and she didn't need me to do it for her, so I walked in and closed the door all the way behind me.
I'm so sorry, but we're not making a big enough deal out of this. Women are outperforming men in a sexist, hyperpatriarchal, misogynistic society. Society is rigged for men's success, and they're struggling to keep up with us.
The new meta should be that women pay for the first date. I want to see how quickly coffee dates and walks become acceptable again. If her getting attention anywhere is more important than the date, relationship, marriage, let her go. She's showing that she's the main character in her show and you're just the extra. You're worth more than that. She wants what you have and can give her, not you.
Most women might not even realize that they're pushing their man away until it's too late, until he's gone. Here's how you notice. It's not always cheating that drives men out. It's disrespect, constant negativity, emasculinizing him, belittling him, and making him feel like no matter what he does, it's never enough. When men feel drained instead of inspired, they don't explode. They retreat. They stop opening up. They stop putting in effort. They stop fighting for the relationship. And then the women play the victim, acting blindsided when he finally leaves. But the truth is, you created an environment where he couldn't thrive, where his presence felt like a burden instead of a blessing. And men will not stay where they feel unvalued, unseen, unappreciated. So if your man is pulling away, stop pointing the finger at him and look in the mirror. You might be the reason. Respect him, admire him, build him up instead of tearing him down, because the moment he realizes peace exists without you, he'll never come back. And that's a hard truth most women don't want to hear.
I think for me, two of the biggest things that bothers me is first, she doesn't get off the phone when she talks to me. Second, she hates to have any type of touch.
There is a version of a man that people take advantage of, and then there's a version of a man that people cannot access the same way anymore. The difference between the two is not money, is not status, and it's not confidence. Is self-respect. When a man finally starts to respect himself, this is what he stops tolerating. Number one, he will stop tolerating being spoken to with disrespect. Number two, he stops tolerating emotional manipulation. Number three, he stops tolerating chaos that is disguised as passion. Number four, he stops tolerating inconsistency. Number five, this is a doozy. He stops tolerating people that drain his peace. Number six, he stops tolerating being taken for granted. And many of the men out there, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And number seven, he stops tolerating relationships that are one-sided. So all of the ladies out there, when it's all about you and you forgetting about your man, the cutoff is coming if it hasn't already happened. Number eight, he stops explaining himself to people that do not listen. Number nine, he just stops overgiving. He does not do it anymore because he knows that there's no reciprocity there. So what's the point? And number 10, he stops begging for respect. And when a man does all of those things, people will say, oh, now he's all of a sudden, he's so cold, he's so mean. No, he just became clear of who he is. Self-respect teaches a man something super important. Access is earned, peace is protected, and energy is guarded. And once a man respects himself, he no longer has to announce it. His boundaries speak for themselves.
I didn't realize how much it would change my ability to set boundaries once I set them with my family. I get to decide entirely what the conditions are to have access to me, and to what degrees, and it's an amazing feeling.
What you handing me this for?
Your turn to pay for the food.
It's who turn to pay for the food?
Your turn.
Why would it be my turn to pay for the food when I'm here with my man?
Because I always pay for the food.
I can't hear you, what?
I always pay for the food.
You always pay for the food?
Yeah.
I always pay for the food.
I ain't paying for it today.
You not paying for it?
You know, it's your time.
It's only $50.
Well, pay for it.
Well, pay for it.
Yeah.
Why would I have to pay for anything if I'm here with my man? You are my man. You're supposed to pay for everything.
I done pay for everything else, so you can pay for the food.
You what?
I done pay for everything else.
So I gotta pay you. I gotta go in my pocketbook and get out $50. You can't pay $50? Okay, well I'm leaving then.
What?
Oh, but you might as well go ahead and call the server and see who gonna wash dishes, because it ain't gonna be me. I'm not paying $50 for this.
Yes, you is.
What?
I ain't either.
You ain't either? I'm paying for this. He said he's not paying for it. So what he needed? What he said that I'm the woman. He been paying for everything all.
Trying to embarrass the man with the waiter. That's not going to work. The waiter could just tell them both, this is between you two as long as the bill gets paid. Most men have turned off the switch that triggers attraction when it comes to modern women. Men have now chosen peace, not emotional dynamite that can self-ignite without warning.
Wearing that for other people to be able to see you, because let's be clear, you're trying to impress only one person. It looked to me like you were trying to impress a whole room with you yelling and carrying on, wearing what you were wearing. Like you succeeded. I'm sure you got a lot of attention. I just don't like that kind of attention. So just moving forward.
Okay, and that's so okay. No, I actually don't think there is a moving forward. To be so real with you, this attitude that you're giving right now is not the kind of man that I would want want to date. So we can just...
Or is it me being truthful?
No, I think there's a way that you can deliver information that isn't the way that you're delivering it. And clearly, like, it didn't work out. So you could have just said, hey, I had fun. I don't think it's a match. Like, best of luck. Wish you no ill will.
I had a good time. I just don't think that you were doing things that me in the future would, want to continue to happen. So I'm telling you now, these are the things I want you to fix.
Oh, okay. So that's where you got me messed up, because there's nothing that I did that I need to fix. I am who I am. And so you can actually just stop the car right now. I can get a ride.
I'm already driving, so...
Just don't want to spend the next 30 minutes in a car with you after that presentation.
Okay, but I'm also not going to drop you off wearing what you're wearing in the middle of the road for you.
Oh, okay. No, I actually...
You're seriously going...
No, seriously.
This what makes me laugh. These women think they look special. They don't. They look the same. Like drag queens from the RuPaul's Drag Race TV series. I had a girl told me that she wanted to hang out with me and her friends after I took her to dinner, and I said okay. Then I never texted her again.
I just had 5 grown-ass men walk by, grown-ass, able-bodied men walk by as I struggle to like carry all of my shit and help this poor mother with 3 children carry her stroller down the stairs. They just looked and kept walking. I'm literally like dropping my umbrella and everything. They just keep on walking.
I recently held the door for a random person walking into the store behind me. I didn't even notice that it was a woman until she started calling me a misogynistic pig for assuming that she needed a man to hold doors for her. Again, it was just me doing what I was raised to do, and that's to be kind to others. It wouldn't have mattered who was behind me, but this lady needed to try to humiliate me for it. It's no longer safe to offer a hand.
Women in 2026 are walking away from the feminist movement because of how contradictory it has become. It's clear that modern feminists seem to hate men, but they also love masculinity. They'll tell you men are toxic, but then they'll turn around and praise women for acting like the worst types of men. If you're loud and aggressive and like selfish, if you sleep around and you're emotionally detached from people, that's bad if you are a man. But if you're a woman, like that's empowering. That's like slay queen. If those traits are really bad in men, why are we encouraging women to adopt them? And on the flip side, what happens to women who are more feminine? The ones who are more nurturing and soft and devoted to their children and their family, like the way women have been since the dawn of time. Those women, they're weak. They are brainwashed. They are oppressed. They are just victims of the patriarchy. Why? Because they don't act like men. Being harsh and reckless and self-centered is bad unless a woman does it. And being gentle and loving and family-oriented is good only when a man does it. But when a woman does it, it's bad. That's not empowerment. That's not leading women to be happier. Real empowerment would be valuing women for what we naturally bring to the table. Not telling us that the only way to be respected and empowered is to mimic the very traits we claim to hate in men. It's just starting to feel less like feminism and less like about femininity and about women, and more just like a rebrand of masculinity.
Don't worry, thanks to liberal feminism, childless unwed women's suicide rates ages 40 to 65 are much higher now than pre and during the pandemic. By 2030, I suspect this rate will continue to skyrocket. Relationships today are facing a growing battle over respect, expectations, and emotional value. Many men are beginning to prioritize peace, boundaries, and self-respect over staying in relationships that feel draining or toxic, while many women believe the system still unfairly favors men. Whether people agree or disagree with these perspectives, one thing is clear: both sides feel unheard, frustrated, and disconnected, and that tension is reshaping modern dating in real time. You're watching Modern Dating Logic, where we keep it real, not emotional. If you see the pattern, you already know what to do.